Hello, just wanted to show you what I've been working on. I started to plant some of our plants for the garden. These are bok choy, and these are supposed to be peppers, but so far I've got just the one that's coming up. We've got some cherry tomatoes coming up, lots of them in that one. We have Rutgers tomatoes, which are a heritage tomato. We have Romas, and I have a few beefsteaks coming up. I have some Chinese cabbage and some Jimmy Long peppers. Now these are supposed to be the Fulju jalapeno, but the Fulju jalapeno are the jalapeno peppers that don't have the heat. They have the flavor, but they don't have the heat, which I wanted to try those this year. But it looks like nothing's came up yet, so I may have to start those over again. But a lot of these are ready for transplant. Now, when I transplant, I'm going to transplant into these little cups here. Now, these little cups are, you can have 5 ounce, and then there's a 7 ounce, depending on what you're planting them. And the nice thing about these little cups, they're reusable. If you don't put any holes in the bottom, you can reuse them. You plant your plant in it, and when the plant gets as high as the cup itself, it's time to transplant. And then you go from the little one to a larger pot, and then to a larger pot until you're ready to put them in the garden. So we're going to be doing that. You'll see all these little peat pots. I don't really care for them too much, but we're going to reuse the soil out of these, and we bought some starter soil for seed starter, and we're going to doctor these up so we can get some decent plants in this window. These are about 2 weeks old, I think. I've got it marked down somewhere. And this little experiment is Ruthie's little experiment. It is a seedless grape that we bought at the store. We ate the grapes off it, and we saw on the internet that you can, if you put them in water and have them in there long enough, and when you change your water, it'll start getting a root system. Then we can plant it and try growing. They're the large, real dark black grapes, and they were really good tasting. So we're going to try that. If that works, we'll show you what we did and to get that going. If it doesn't work, oh well, then maybe we did something wrong. But we are going to transplant these. There's a lot of tomatoes and a lot of bok choy we've got to put in. We're going to do a lot of stir frying in that now that Ruthie and I are changing a lot of our eating habits because of my diabetes. We're definitely going to be eating a lot more vegetables. Not that we weren't eating enough of them now, but we're going to be growing and eating a lot more. Cutting back on the breads, the pastas, the stuff that's not good for a diabetic. And maybe we'll lose some weight along the way. Alright, this is Clay from Poble's Backyard Farm, and saying thanks for joining us, and visit us again. Bye-bye.
Like, he's got his job as